When your heart stops beating, you'll keep tweeting. That's the slogan of British company Lives On. But is that necessarily true? Well, here to tell us is David Ryan Polgar from davidryanpolgar.com. He's here to share his insight. David, nice to have you here.
Nice to be here.
What happens to our digital life after death?
They keep on continuing. So we've always had this quest to be immortal, and now we've actually reached it. We never actually die online. This presents a lot of interesting issues, but what it's done is it's created this sense of it being another asset, just like your personal property or real property.
So people, especially those that didn't grow up with the internet, need to think about, just like they would an estate plan or a will, their digital life.
Right, listen, and nobody likes to think about dying, but if I die today, I'm on probably 100 websites. Who has my passwords? Do I want my Facebook page to continue on? These are the questions I actually need to think about. So Facebook and other services, social media, they've set up ways that you can go about requesting to have somebody in charge of your account if you want it to continue on. Like, for example, with Facebook, you have memorial accounts, so people can continue commenting on your wall after you die. So I hope they say nice things.
So you can, right, exactly, of course. Now, you leave me a legacy.
I can't respond to anything, so yeah, it's very difficult.
It's interesting how it is like you can almost like have a healthcare proxy for your digital life.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a reality that you can have your social media live on, or you can ask that it be removed.
Correct.
And that's something that your family can do for you.
Right, and that's what you actually need to decide right now in today's day and age. If you die, you know, in the upcoming year or a couple years, do you want everything to explode? Right? Do you want it to all be deleted? Because there are services that allow that. Most people right now aren't using them, but there also are going to be services that would allow you to continue on, because certain people want to continue creating content post death.
Now, who has come up with that concept to allow your words to continue on long after you're gone?
A popular one is the British company Lives On, and what they do is they actually figure out how you write, and then they'll continue tweeting post death. So actually new words. In addition, there's lots of services out there that are going to allow you, kind of like a message in a bottle. You create content now while you're living, and then it gets kind of positioned out there after your death.
But the interesting thing is, if something's posted that is made up after you die, you aren't there to say, hey, that's not, I wouldn't say that, so you can't really filter it. Whereas if you create the content before you die, say you make a video or you tweet something that gets scheduled to post later, at least you're in control of the content.
Oh, right, and that's the interesting part. Legally, there's going to be a lot that's going on, because you can't defame a dead person, right? But at the same time, this is kind of the new normal, right? You have to talk to your loved ones to decide how you want that content to be controlled.
Now, what's this new endeavor out of MIT? What are they
This is an interesting one. It's called Autonomy, and what it does is it allows you to kind of Skype with your loved ones, your deceased loved ones. What it does is it kind of figures out an algorithm of who you are and what you would talk about, and then it allows your loved ones to continue talking to you. So, for example, even through the Google Brain, it could figure out what's today's temperature, what hobbies do you like, what would you normally be doing today. Maybe it checks your Google Calendar. Right, so if I have access post-death to that, I could say, oh, actually, I see that you're biking today, and the temperature is 82 degrees. Enjoy the sun. Right, I could be saying this even though I'm not living. It sounds like sci-fi, but you have a lot of companies that are taking this very seriously. You have millions of dollars that are being invested into new startups. I'm
sure there's a lot of debates about that.
Right, there are a lot of ethical debates about the attribution of words, and also something I personally would be concerned about is the Kubler-Ross 5 stages of grieving. Does this get in the way of acceptance, which is the final stage of grieving?
It doesn't allow someone to really have that closure if they're continuing to live.
Right. If I die today and my wife can continue getting emails from me and can Skype with me, is she ever going to date anybody else? Because I'm still actually kind of in the corner of her computer. I pop up on her smartphone. My picture is constantly there. Unbelievable,
the world, and I'm just learning this from you today, not even realizing all the things that you can do to control your life, your digital life after death.
Yeah, that's what everybody is concerned about, is kind of curating their content, because it's something that can dramatically kind of impact them. So we're kind of worried about how we're going to be seen after we die.
So the big message here is to really think about that.
Sure.
And remember,
have those uncomfortable conversations and really decide what you want to do with your digital assets. Again, it seems like sci-fi, but it's coming, it's real.
That's the world we live in. Well, thank you so much, David. Always nice to have you here. It's amazing what the internet is capable of, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of good, a lot of interesting, but it keeps us on our toes.
It does. It certainly does. Thanks so much, David. And for more information, you can visit us online, mymassappeal.com.